We can analyze the toolpath for overhangs and what the maximum allowable overhang is. Continuity, which is certainly a big one for polymer printing. Short polylines, so this is really small lengths of toolpath. Are they necessary? Will they even print properly? Are they just going to create a mess? And then kind of the efficiency of your toolpath as well. How much time are you spent traveling versus printing? Correct them before printing is incredibly helpful, and we'll be adding more as time goes on. We're adding a lot of these improved tools and checks and things that users can use to print with confidence right first time. We can analyze the toolpath for overhangs and what the maximum allowable overhang is. Continuity, which is certainly a big one for polymer printing, is how many starts and stops are you doing, jumping, moving around. Here you've got quality issues with like zing, over extrusion, visible seams, weak points, all that kind of stuff. So what's your maximum allowable per layer? Short polylines, so this is really small lengths of toolpath. Are they necessary? Will they even print properly? Are they just going to create a mess? So what's your minimum allowable printable toolpath? And then kind of the efficiency of your toolpath as well. How much time are you spent traveling versus printing? So what's your maximum percentage? So here it's 20%. Of course, these can be all turned on and off for whatever you think is relevant to your toolpath or your kind of process or material. You can put different values here. So it's open to check the quality of your own toolpath. So I've created the simulation. We have our print time estimations, and you'll notice this little red dot here next to the safety checker. So safety checks are all fine. Most of the quality checks are fine. We have this yellow warning in overhangs. So if I go to my yellow warning, I can see that at 2 points, we have overhangs that are slightly above our maximum allowable value. And on the toolpath, these are highlighted. So we can see here on layer 278, which is indeed where we saw it. So I'll just turn that off. And that is where we did this material cutout. There's a little jump over the cutout. So I could, and the same down here as well. We have these jumps over kind of empty space. They're short jumps, so they're not full 90-degree overhangs, they're partial, but they might be printable, they might not be, but I think we're likely to allow that in printing. Maybe there'll be a tiny little droop there, but this is just the sidewall. It's just above the material savings, so it's not super critical. So I can continue with my toolpath and go ahead and print it. So being able to spot those and correct them before printing is incredibly helpful, incredibly important. And like I say, these can be customized to whatever you need them to be. They highlight the errors at different points for different workflows, and we'll be adding more as time goes on. And alongside the things like the thermal simulation, both for polymers and for metals, we're adding a lot of these improved tools and checks and things that users can use to print with confidence right first time. Here's another example.
Yeah, the geometry team was showing me today the corner analysis, which is that's like so useful.
Yeah. We have another example here, but more to do with continuity. So you can see on the very first layer, we have multiple jumps. That's because we're printing the raft for these parts, the brims. So we don't really care here if there's a lot of jumping on the brim. It's not super important, but you see every jump above 5 has been highlighted on that button. And then for all the other layers, it's just one jump from one part to the next, so that's allowable. So it clearly highlights where the issues are, when they happen, and if you want to, you can go and fix it. Here I could, for example, spiralize my brim so that this doesn't happen, but I'm probably too lazy to do that. But at least I can run with the risk knowing that that is going to be the case.
Yeah, we have big plans for this this feature. that at the moment we keep under the wraps, but more things are going to coming up about it, which we are very, very exciting, and it's going to be very useful for everyone in the community.